During the special operation, 2 air targets were already hit as part of the calculation. Unmanned aerial vehicles of the Bayraktar type. During the course of combat operations, they were detected and destroyed in a timely manner with the prevention of overflight into the controlled territory by the armed forces of the Russian Federation. I would say that it is much more unusual to work with her, because all the exercises that are being conducted are all conducted for larger and faster targets. The unmanned aerial vehicle, firstly, practically does not move. It is difficult to distinguish it from local objects, and secondly, the mark on the indicators is so small that sometimes it is even difficult to see it in order to take it on escort. He doesn't behave normally, as I said, because it can fly straight at you now and change direction a minute later. You can confuse it with a local object, but with experience, the longer you stay here, the more your eye is already so sharp, and you can clearly identify the drone or the local object. In addition to the aerial target, there are marks from local objects on the indicators. Let's say there is a cloud in the sky, a dense cloud, radio electronic rays that are reflected from them come back, and it seems to us that this is a mark from the target, but more often than not, it stays stuck in place, does not make any movements. Its parameters are constant. Plus, the machine itself understands that this is not a real goal and resets this mark, as if signaling to us that we have taken the wrong thing. From the experience of the service, you are already making a conclusion. Each machine is a living organism, and as the head of the calculation, the whole calculation refers to the machine, so it will behave throughout the work. I wouldn't say we came up with a name for her. Nitrogen monoxide. When the rocket was launched first, you'll approach the car from the front. That's how you put your hands on her. You say, "My beauty, well done." Every time some information is received, there is a goal. The purpose of the indication is coming. Put your hands on the equipment, say, "Come on, I'll tell you this." Every time you go on combat duty, you come up with the idea that you have to give your best 100% so that those who are waiting for us at home can sleep peacefully, and in the future no one will disturb their sleep. Therefore, every time you sit down with the thought that today you will definitely hit some kind of aircraft again. When I studied at the academy, I had a habit of learning poetry. I studied poetry, and now I don't have any books with me, and there is nothing to learn, but in my head, sitting for a minute of rest, you sit and remember some poems. You run them through your head. You remember. Somehow it becomes even more joyful, somehow more pleasant to the soul. A beautiful woman is a profession, and if it is still not settled, it is condemned, and each version has its unconditional supporters. She, who has not been nurtured by fables since childhood, remains alone and, therefore, powerless, much more terrible, much more dangerous than if she were not considered beautiful. Let them leaf through the novels of the past, let the ugly ones rave about visiting princes, and in the rare profession of a fabulous woman there are skills, secrets, and strict principles. She walks silently down the trembling street, sits as if on a throne with her sworn friends. You have to laugh, shot daily by hints, rumors, sighs, glances. She smiles cheerfully at her friends. Friends will answer and immediately take offense. A beautiful woman is a profession, and everything else is pure amateurism.